Hey, what's up guys? Today I would like to share with you a quick message that really got me thinking today. And it happened right after I was just watching through some quotes on Instagram about stoicism, and this one quote really stuck in my head. And I'm sure it's going to help a lot of you guys out here who are trying to reach a higher level, who are trying to pursue excellence and achieve a better purpose in their life. So, hate never comes from above. And I mean, the first time I've heard that quote, I was like, damn. Like, I've never heard so much truth and brutal reality about life in such a short sentence. Because that quote tells you everything about life. And it's more evident than ever in today's society, where there's just so much hate and negativity and jealousy and, you know, competition with each other, people who are trying to put each other down. Like, this is like, let me give you guys like an example. Like, you never see a guy or a woman who's very successful in her or his field, who has a lot of financial success, who has a nice body, who has fantastic relationships, who's gonna hate on other people who are below them, right? It never happens. But the opposite is true. People who are below their level or their levels will always try to put them down, talk some shit about them behind their back, you know, trying to spread some gossip, some lies about them, or trying to undermine their successes. And guys, this happens all the time. Like, let's think about cars, for instance. You never see a guy who owns a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or a Lambo or Ferrari or a Bugatti who's gonna hate on other people who have worse cars than him. Like, it never happens. It's the same thing with, you know, if someone has a nice body, like a guy who's very muscular, who has worked his ass off for 10 years. He ate right, he slept right, he had his diet is on point, he never missed a workout. Like, you never see a guy who's on his level who hates on other gym goers who are below his level. It never happens. But you do see people who are quote unquote newbies in the gym world, or obese people, or very skinny guys on the internet who are, you know, trying to talk crap about him on the internet, in the comments section especially, right? The keyboard warriors. We all know about them. And this doesn't just apply to men. This applies to both men and women. Although men are valued for different things, like traditionally speaking, men have always been valued by who they are and the resources they have and what they actually accomplish in life. Women, on the other hand, are valued for different things. But the crazy thing is, in today's society, success is actually being looked down on. Like, people are saying that success is no longer necessary, which is just complete BS. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that topic. So this other example just came at the top of my head. Like, if any of you guys have ever been in a relationship, or if you've been in close proximity to a very beautiful woman, or if you're a beautiful woman yourself who's watching this, you'll be able to relate to what I'm about to tell you now. So, have any of you guys ever observed what happens when, like, a stunning looking woman enters a room with full of average looking chicks? Like, as she approaches them, you know, asks them for help, they're all nice and sweet to her, you know, they're all laughing, giggling, they're all making, you know, they're just doing girl stuff. But as soon as that beautiful girl or that woman leaves the room, pay close attention to what happens. All the girls that she just talked to will most likely start to talk shit about her. They will say, "Oh man, she's such a bitch for looking like that. Oh my god, she's so selfish, she only cares about herself. Why does she take care of her appearance so much?" That's going to be the main subject of the entire conversation. And believe me, I've seen it personally myself so many times, and it's shocking. And the girl who just left the room, she's not going to be aware of it at all. I mean, she's gonna move on with her day, right? She's not gonna really give a shit about that. And recently on my YouTube feed, these videos just keep popping off my feed. And before I get into this, I don't want to talk negatively about any person here on earth, because we're imperfect as human beings. God made us that way, and I don't want to spread any negativity in this world. However, I am going to mention my heroes. I am going to mention Andrew Tate and Wes Watson. I see so many of these YouTubers who create content and they talk negatively about other people who are actually trying to help other young men, such as myself and lots of other people who are actually working towards their purpose and who are lost, who want to get better in their life. And so many of these people, they keep talking shit about them. They say that they're promoting fake alpha male values, that they're fake alpha males, that they're deceiving and they shouldn't charge so much money for their products or services. And first of all, this is so cool, because this proves my point even more. None of these YouTubers, these fake YouTubers, quote unquote, who talk shit behind their back, none of them are as successful as Wes Watson and Andrew Tate. None of them. None. And that's the craziest thing here. Because I mean, I could line all of them here in this one straight line, and none of them would be even close to their level of success. I mean, you can't deny it. Like Andrew Tate, he's a very successful guy. Regardless if you like him or not, he has achieved a lot of success in this world. Same thing with Wes Watson. I mean, Wes Watson spent 10 years in the penitentiary, and now he, 6.5 years later, he owns a Bugatti and like 10 supercars. You can't deny all of that. Yet there's so many people who want, there's so many of these influencers who crave attention, who, they have to make their little dollars from the ad spent on their videos, just so they can monetize it and make more money. Like, they lack creativity, they lack content ideas that they're gonna talk shit about other people on their videos. And they're actually taking away from their credibility, because they're not being authentic. Especially, back in the day, like 2 years ago, when Andrew Tate really got canceled, all these YouTubers, all these, big, I'm not gonna mention any names here, all these, podcasters, they all jumped on the bandwagon and started to talk shit about him. Even though they actually promoted his ideas before the cancellation. But after he got canceled, no, we're not on your team anymore. The reason why Andrew Tate and Wes are so famous is because they promote real values. They promote real masculinity. Because so many young men here are lost and they lack a role model. They lack positive role models. That's why they look up to men like him, like both of them. Do you get it? It's sickening. And you don't see Andrew Tate or Wes Watson make YouTube videos talking bad about other people or other influencers. They don't. Like, why the fuck would they do that? They're already above them. Do you see what I'm talking about? But yeah, I can't imagine how much hate they get on a daily basis. And this goes, I would like to talk to you about this. Most of you don't have any haters. And most of you don't have any real haters yet. Unless someone has already scratched your car, or there's been an orchestrated attack on your account to limit your reach purposefully, which all of the instances have happened to me, or when you didn't get picked for the football team because you were too good and you weren't a native Norwegian like myself. All of the things that I've just mentioned have happened to me. And I'm not making this shit up, because I've experienced this. I've lived this. So I know what real haters actually are. But yeah, like, I mean, you gotta deal with this. It happens. Like, and you can't, like, any of you guys who are on the path of achieving better things in life, all of you are gonna be susceptible to this at some point. You can't avoid this. Which, you know, the example I talked about previously with the beautiful lady. The same thing happens for handsome men. Like if a very handsome guy enters a room full of brokies and fat people, or people, or, you know, men who really don't want to go, or they don't want to do anything with their lives, they're also going to react the same way. They're going to perceive him as a threat. All of us humans operate in the same way, both men and women. You can't avoid that. So anyway, that's been a long rant, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day.